Hello, students. Before going to start another part, I want to give you some review. What review? Already you can see here, I have written some points. See, three English persons sent by Queen or King of England to India during the Mughal period for trade business by petition letter or by request. That three-person you already got. In 1599, John Mildenhall sent by Queen Elizabeth to Akbar. Then 1608 AD, Captain William Hawkins by King James I to Jahangir. And third number again 1615 AD, Sir Thomas Ross sent by King James I to Jahangir again. The main these three persons sent by Queen or King to Emperor Mughal emperor for requesting or offered trade business in India. So another important thing here, you have to remember, already I have discussed that this one in 1600 AD, East India Company established by English merchant in England to trade with Eastern world. So this is another important thing, East India Company. This is another important thing for you. Remember, question also comes, in which year and where East India Company has formed or organized. So their main motive to what? Traded with business. So this is the first thing, what their main motive, traded business. So this is the review. So now we are going to learn about more portion. Okay, already we got how they uh, came to India for trade business, for petition, with petition letter request, and after that what they got some privilege also. Here you can see, after 1615 also they got what? East India Company, they got what? Trade with India at different places. They started when they established factory at Surat, then they started trade with India in different places. Okay, here another thing, what? Here around 1715, around 1715, the English delegation also came, led by Sir John Salmon, so to the Mughal emperor Farrukhsiyar. Farrukhsiyar was another Mughal emperor actually. After 100 years, you can see here, 1615 around to 1715, so around 100 years it's gap. So in between they already set up their settlement or factories in many places. Again they needed more. Another thing we have to know that before English, already Portuguese and some France, they already had set up their territories, settlement. Okay, and some territories they already set up their factory settlement, business settlement. So here what? Here we so in English wanted means more privilege. They wanted to somehow kick out Portuguese, France, and they wanted more privilege. So here English delegation came again after around after 100 years, means they never stop. They coming after 1600 when they established East India Company. They time by time, period by period, they coming to India, and somehow by war, treaty, or friendship, they wanted to establish their trade business here. So here John Salmon, you can see, met in 1715 with Emperor Farrukhsiyar and offered some proposal. What proposal? Trade contact proposal they offered. An English surgeon named with whom he came, one surgeon also comes, surgeon William Hamilton. Surgeon William Hamilton, he came. That time what happened? That time Farrukhsiyar got some disease. Okay, that time Farrukhsiyar got some disease, and you can see here that person, surgeon, cured that painful disease. Okay, cured that painful disease. You can see here, cured that painful disease. As reward, what happened? As a medical reward, that Farrukhsiyar got relief from that disease. So now he wanted to give reward. So here is, he did big mistake. He could have given money or something else, but here is, he did big mistake, that he what given company receive imperial farman? He what given free years see he given what farman. Farman, that means grant permission to company making free trade business. That means no need to pay tax, only yearly pay 3000 rupees, but no need tax. So this is the very important time for the British company, East India Company, that they got this farman, 3 imperial farman they got. And here they got also what Calcutta and Deccan portion they got for free trade business. No need to pay tax, they can do trade business in these places. These are the main places, vast region, they are the main places. That's why I call this is the Magna Carta of the company, because it's a very important farman it was, and with that they got more power to establish trade business. I'll show you here. Okay, here you can see where they got first. This Bengal portion they got full. Calcutta means this one mostly Bengal portion, and this side Deccan means this portion Deccan. This is the rough map. Actually I want to show you which side they got that time this farman. This is mostly in Calcutta portion and Deccan portion. So this portion mostly they got what? Free trade business. This is Deccan portion, free trade business, and this is their great opportunity for them to establish more and more company in India. So already we got that why it's called Magna Carta. It's a very important privilege without tax. Think. Then here we know that British first foremost objective or aim, East India Company what? Mostly what? Trade. Was trade. But when they saw the weakness of among the Indian rulers, their another power become what? Political power to control India. If our means Mughal emperor or other king Nawab, they would have means strong foothold in their power, so British could not establish their company, or British could not establish their political power. Though they could establish company, but not political power, only trade business, they limited. But because of among the weakness of Indian ruler, they got advantage and they made the company as well as political power. Political means controlling over India. They got this opportunity because of the weakness of the ruler. Okay, with that we can see here company founded trade center Musalipatlam 1611 and again 1636 Armagaon, which shifted to Madras later and name is Fort St. George. And another thing here we can see for 1611, then 1636 which shifted to 39 at to Madras. And here you can see here is one another important thing. In 1661 King of England married Portuguese prince and he got Bombay as a dowry. That means Portuguese they were at that time at Bombay, and as a dowry the prince got. And this King of England, and what he did, England prince, he give this Bombay to what? Company. To company he gave this Bombay to company. And what happened? Bombay become the head office of the company. And why? Because king married two Portuguese princess and he got this Bombay as a dowry. He got, and this dowry he given to the company because he had to pay for the some loan issue. He given this company that Bombay to company. So this is the another thing, that in 1661 Bombay become the head office of company. And another thing here we have to see 1690. Okay, 1690 company officer named Job Charnock, he another got a treaty with the Nawab of Bengal. And what happened? Nawab of Bengal. Then after that, what happened? The Calcutta, another trade town started for their trade, and started trade center where? Calcutta. These three places actually given here. How many places? Mostly Kalighata, Sultanate and Govindapur. These three places made treaty with Nawab, and these three places later become Calcutta town. And now what? Calcutta become another trade center for the British. Here you can see Calcutta Trade Center was remained as Fort William in honor of this name. Same remain Fort William, but what we got, that Calcutta become another trade center, third number trade center for British in 1690. So here, okay, I want to show you here about this trade center. See, Machilipatnam, that means written Machilipatnam that time, now Machilipatnam, Madras Trade Center, Machilipatnam Trade Center and Calcutta Trade Center. Understood? In these three places they made trade center. And as you know, Bombay which side? So in Bombay they had a head office, company head office. So mostly in these three places they got trade center. First, second, third trade center, and Bombay was the head office. Okay, this is the main important portion for them. And for question also you have that we write about the three places where they made trade center, which year and how they made, with the treaty or means friendship or some good relation with that. So you have to explain about that three places. So you can see, check the questions also in your book. Okay, so today I hope you have understood till here. So next class I will give another portion. Till then, please wait for another video and study and write down some question whatever you got here. Thank you.